inshallah. What dua did you make? Allahumma what? Allahumma what? What dua did you say this morning? What other dua did you say? What other dua did you say? All of you are naqis. All of you missed out one big dua. Okay, what else? That's it? That's it? Which one of you guys woke up and made dua for your teacher? Allah protect him. Thank you. That's it? What about the teacher who gave the idea for the man? Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Nobody made dua for their teacher. Allah keep him healthy so he could come to class and teach us, right? You probably make dua, Allah let him be the first one to get sick so we can get class canceled. Subhanallah. Allaamah hafadna jami'an. Tayyib, let's get busy inshallah. You know what you all should do also, as a side note, if you don't do it, is take a walk. You know, the air is nice. You know, we have nice, good air here. So one thing that you want to do during these times is make sure that you're healthy. You know, so sitting in the house. Actually, I'll tell you something, right? Another health benefit. Sitting in the house normally builds sickness. All right, sitting in the house or like just staying stagnant, because the house normally has stagnant air. Right, the air is like, unless you open up the windows. I don't know how many of you open up your windows in the morning and stuff to let fresh air in, right? Because otherwise you get stagnant air and you keep breathing the same air. And that's not the best thing. It's like a plant. You need fresh air to come in and cycle in. That's why you have, the exhaust and stuff that takes out the bad air and breathes it. So you want to get some good air. Take a walk. Even if it be a 10, 15-minute walk. If like you're a lady or something, grab your brother. Say, hey, brother, lazy guy, get up and take a walk with me. He said, but I don't want to walk. I want to play PlayStation. Say, I don't care. Take a walk with me. I want to go outside the house. It's good exercise for you. Get your lungs pumping fresh air, right? Most of the people who get sick is because their lungs aren't able to handle. So take a walk. Get some fresh air in you, Huh? Play it. Hey, speaking of brothers, where is your brother? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, fine. We're on ayah number 42. وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَا مَرْيَمُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاكِ وَطَهَّرَكِ وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ. It's a beautiful ayah. Okay? Allah says, وَإِذْ قَالَتِ وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَا مَرْيَمُ يا مريم إن الله اصطفاك Okay. All right, let's go. Where's the call? Who knows what the call means? No, come on. Y'all messing up. Y'all know this already. Excuse me. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa bihi nasta'inu ala umur ad-dunya wa din. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammadin khatam al-nabiyyin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. Bismillah. We're in Surah Al-Imraan. We're back to getting busy. We're on time, right? With qalat al-malaika. With qalat. What does with qalat mean? First, what's what is? No, remember what we said? What is muqaddar for what? Wadhkur ya Muhammad is. Before the is, we say what? And mention wadhkur ya Muhammad is qalat, when it happens. So the first thing is remind the people, O Muhammad, mention, O Muhammad, is when. Now it's talking about is for past or present? Past, right? Remember when it happened. When what happened? Qalat, what? Who's qalat? No. قالت, the thing that comes right after is malaika. The angels said it. إذ قالت الملائكة. What's malaika? We know malaika is angels. We don't got to write that out, do we? Malaika is what? Okay. وإذ قالت الملائكة. What did the angels say? Why do we just call it for malaika? MashaAllah. It's a lot. Why is it a lot? Who is it? Who's talking though? Jibreel. He's the, why does it say malaika when it's talking about Jibreel? Huh? Jibreel, oh, people. Nah, his people, right? He brought his folk with him, right? Jibreel comes with a group of angels. Whenever he comes with a command and an order, Jibreel always comes with a whole group of angels. He doesn't come by himself. He comes with a group of angels. This is ta'zeem lahu. So Jibreel, he comes with his group, but he's the one who talks. When called it malaika, but the one who's talking is Jibreel. Even though he came with a group, he's the talker. He said, Ya Maryam. We know what Ya is, right? Yeah. What is Ya Maryam? Okay, mashallah. Somebody give me a benefit about this word Ya. Who can we use it for? Who we can't we use it for? Should we not? Mashallah. There's somebody that's alive that can help you, right? Tell you. He said, Ya Maryam, inna Allah astafaki. He said, oh Maryam, inna, what's inna mean? Does anybody remember? It's for tawqeed. Inna means that this is for sure. That Allah, inna Allah. Oh, here's our brother here. He has arrived. Inna Allah, Allah, inna Allah. Inna Allah astafaki. What's istafak? Anybody know? You guys know this word? Yes, chosen, right? Where do you know this word from? Mashallah. Who said it? Mashallah, mashallah. The daughter of a sheikh, of course, right? Inna Allah astafaki. That indeed Allah has what? Chosen istafaki you. Who? Who's this talking about though? Maryam. The kaf here, see key instead of kaf? It's for a woman. Istafaki. Allah has chosen you. How did Allah choose Maryam? What ways did Allah choose Maryam? Mashallah, who said that? Mashallah, by her mother. Allah chose her by first what? By her mother preparing her for a special task. That's the first way. There's another way he chose her. Well, everyone has birth given to them. So that's not a chosen way. Another way.
She was the only one that was in that Muslim.
MashaAllah, barakallahu fi. She was chosen, she was muharram, right? She was chosen to be free from all types of stuff of the dunya and chosen to just worship at Bayt al-Maqdis. And that's something that never happened to a woman before. To be able to be free just to worship at Bayt al-Maqdis, right? Allah chose her that way. What other ways did Allah choose her? Huh? No, we didn't get there yet. What other ways did Allah choose her? Before even Isa or anything else, just about her. He gave her food from Jannah. Right? He gave her food from Jannah. What other ways did Allah choose Maryam? From everyone else. What else? We mentioned that she was promised to serve Allah only. That she was raised up in that way. What else? That she was given to Zechariah to be raised under the care of a prophet. Right? Zechariah was she was chosen to be raised by Zechariah. That's another way. So Allah, He chose her from the beginning part. Her herself, she was chosen. And the Prophet ﷺ, it comes in the hadith that the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Kamala kathira min al-rijal. Many men reached a state of, completion. وَلَمْ يَكْمُلْ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ إِلَّا. And only from amongst the women, none of it became complete except for Maryam bint Imraan وَخَدِيجَ bint Khuwaylid. And Khadija bint Khuwaylid. And another narration, the Prophet ﷺ mentions the superiority of other women, and 4 women are mentioned to be the most best of all the women in the earth. Who are they? Fatima bint who? Bint Muhammad. Who else? Asiyah. And who else? Khadija and Maryam. Wa Aisha, right? Wa fadla Aisha ala nisa ka fadla tharid ala ghayr ta'am, right? So Aisha radiallahu anha was said that the Prophet said she was like the best of the food, right? The best of the food over, tharid was a special food that they used to have. But these 4 women, were known to be the best of the women in their times. The scholars, they differ about whether she's the best of the women in their times, but they say that most likely Maryam was the best woman ever. Maryam was the best woman ever. Right? طيب. وطهرك. Then Allah says, وطهرك. How did Allah, وطهرك means? وطهرك means He purified you. He purified you. Now, how did Allah purify Maryam?
One shaitan didn't come in.
Oh, mashallah, I didn't even think about that point. The Shaykh didn't mention that either, but that is a valid point. He said that when she was born, that the shaitan, that was probably going to one of the ways, that the shaitan didn't touch her when she was born. But Allah purified her in many ways. One way is that no man has ever touched her. No man has ever touched her, right? No man has ever been with her any type of way. Another way Allah purified her and made her righteous. Her actions, her character was clean and pure, right? Yes. When they say touch her, they don't mean this. In the Quran, when Allah says mess, He's normally talking about jima'. Allah doesn't normally talk about, intercourse, like between male and female, husband and stuff. He normally doesn't mention it clearly in the Quran. Like clearly saying the word. So He uses the word mess, touch, to indicate it. So when they're talking about touching, they're talking about that she has never been with a man. But that's a very good point that you mentioned. Jazakallah. It means you're thinking, alhamdulillah. I'm glad to see that. So, وَطَهَّرَكِ, and He purified her. Well, another way that some of the scholars said she was purified, they said that Maryam never had a period. She never had a period and she never had nifas. Does anyone know what nifas is? After you give birth, the time that a woman, has natural blood that comes from a woman after she gives birth. So they said Maryam, she never had this. So when Isa was born, she didn't go under nifas and she never had a period. This is the way that Allah purified her as well. Then Allah comes and says, وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ, and we chose you, again, this time, to make you the vessel that Isa will be born from without any man touching you. So the second time Allah mentions وَاصْطَفَاكِ, now they're talking about, this is about being chosen to give birth to Isa. You were chosen over all of the other women. And as we mentioned in the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he said it, where the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned that about Maryam, that she was the chosen amongst the women. Excuse me, I mentioned the hadith wrong. That's what I was just double checking. So the Prophet said he mentioned in that first hadith that I mentioned, كَمَلَ مِنَ الرِّجَالِ كَثِيرٌ, that many men became perfect or reached a state of completion. وَلَمْ يَكْمُلْ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ إِلَّا مَرْيَمْ بِنْتِ عِمْرَانَ وَآسِيَا إِمْرَأَةُ فِرْعَوْنَ. So he mentioned in that first hadith that I mentioned, not Khadija, he mentioned Asiya Imra'at Fir'aun. He mentioned Maryam and Asiya Imra'at Fir'aun. Then he said, وَفَضْلَ عَائِشَةَ عَلَى نِسَاء كَفَضْلِ الثَّرِيدِ عَلَى سَائِرِ الطَّعَامِ. And the virtue of Aisha over the rest of the foods is like tharid. Over the rest of the women is like tharid over the rest of the foods. So the first hadith he mentioned that the only woman who ever reached a state of completion was Maryam and Asiya, the woman of Fir'aun. Huh? What would you say? Oh, that's the problem, right? In another narration, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Hasbuka min nisa," that sufficient for you amongst the women, right, is Maryam bint Imraan, wa Khadija bint Khuwaylid, wa Fatima bint Muhammad, wa Asiya imra'at Fir'aun. So that narration he mentions the 4 different women. So the first narration he mentions that Asiya and Maryam were the only ones who ever reached completion. Wa hasbuka min nisa. And the second narration he said, and enough for you, sufficient for you of an example, for women to take as an example. Who should you take as an example amongst the women? Now ask yourself this question. When you hear a hadith like this, The men have a lot of people to take as an example, right? This prophet, 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 prophet. So the Prophet ﷺ is showing the women, if you want to take an example of any woman, right? Don't take Nicki Minaj to be your example, right? Don't take, who else? I don't know who you guys, whoever, right? Don't take Hillary Clinton to be your example. Don't take, what's that other lady, Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama? She's not your example. Hasbuka min an-nisa. Who? Maryam bint Imraan, wa Khadija bint Khuwaylid, wa Fatima bint Muhammad, wa who else? I said, oh, Maryam bint Imraan, right? No, Asya, Imra'at Fir'aun. Those are the examples that the Muslim woman should take. How much of it, what do you know about their lives? What do you know about Maryam? What we're learning, right? What do you know about Asya? That's it? That's it? How? How? What else? That's it? She's your example. What else can you tell me about her? How did she die? What was the reason she died? How did she support his message? Huh? That's something you need to go look up, right? Because the Prophet said that she's your example. What can you tell me about Fatima bint Muhammad? Of course. What else? What else? What about her character? What do you know about her character? Do you know that she was called Abiha? Do you know why she was called Abiha? I'm asking you. If you want to learn about her, what was her special character? She was the one that, after the death of Khadija, she was the one that took care of the Prophet the most, right? She served him, and they say she resembled him the most also from amongst his children. That her characteristics were the most like his. But you need to learn that she served her. She was a good daughter to her father. Right? These are the things that you want to learn about her. Go look these things up. Tell you? Anyway, continuing what we're dealing with. What's the fact? So the point of us mentioning is that Maryam was chosen over all of the other women. So we should know, the women, especially the women, should know about her example. One of the most important things that we know about Maryam was the Hararee. That what? No man ever touched her. Her chastity. Or I don't know, how shy she was. She was a very shy lady. That she was a very devout worshiper of Allah. She was one of the greatest worshipers of Allah that ever lived. Right? How do we know that? We're going to get to that point. But these are the things that I want you guys to pay attention to about the life of Maryam. And we see how we can be like that. Even amongst the men, we should take her as an example. Step our game up. But even from the women, it lets you know that if she could do it, you could do it too. There's no reason that a woman should be fahish. Should be, look at this, right? Who from amongst the women do you know that everyone knows their name? From the Kafirs to the Muslims, everyone knows Maryam's name. Was she famous for being, what's the word? Was she famous for being like lewd, for dressing, disgusting? Was she famous for being, what is this word, like overly sexy? Was that what she was famous for? She was famous for her chastity. She was famous for her shyness. So that shows you that if you want to be a real good woman, it's not about how much you can show, how well you put your makeup on, because Maryam wasn't known for that. Nobody cared about that with Maryam. She was known for how well she worshipped Allah. Not about how beautiful she dressed, how good she danced at the party, how much, none of that stuff. That's not what a woman needs to be known about. She was known to be righteous. And Allah made her the best of the women ever. Think about that. What does lewd mean? It means like to do stuff that's like inappropriate. Like, lewd is like, like sexy. That's the word for it in reality. Like, you're trying to show yourself. You're doing something that's not appropriate. Doing things that is not,
Drawing the wrong attention.
Drawing the wrong attention, You're trying to be seen. Like when we were growing up, our mother would say that the girls was trying to be seen. If they was doing, that type of stuff, that's, well, they say you're smelling yourself, right? They say, oh, she's smelling herself. Where she's just doing too much. Like, yo, relax, chill out. That's not going to get you what you want. And it's only going to get you the attention from the wrong type of men. And then when you get that type of attention, you want to complain. Oh, why are the men looking at me? where you walking around with perfume on, you got a pound of cake makeup on your face, tight jilbab, of course the man is gonna look. So don't complain. So if you want the righteous stuff, act righteous. Does that make sense? And be like Maryam. So that Allah can praise you. Forget the people. Allah praises this type of woman. The righteous people love this type of woman. Everything else, you're going to get the wolves. And, don't call us then. Help, please. The wolves is chasing me down the street. Wolves chase meat. They smell meat, they're going to chase it, right? May Allah protect the Muslim women. This is a reality, though. But I want to really put it in point because the women struggle with this the most. Men, they'll wake up, they won't even brush their teeth maybe, and then get out the house, right? But the woman, some of these guys maybe didn't even brush their teeth yet this morning. It's a reality, though, right? They don't care. Might not took a shower since Jumu'ah. That's just the reality. They laugh because they know it's true. But the girl, she's, before she leaves the house, she done took 15 selfies, right? Just before leaving the house. Took click, perp, all this type of stuff that, it's unnecessary. So I'm telling you because this is one of the things that lead to the most stress amongst the women. One of the things that lead to the most stress. How pretty I think I am. How this, how that. And they become stressed out behind it because they're always comparing themselves to outward beauty when they should be comparing themselves to this. And just so you know, it was known that Maryam was one of the most beautiful women ever. But is she known for that? She's not known for that. She's known for her chastity. Think about that. So can I take this down? وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَا مَرْيَمُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاكِ وَطَهَّرَكِ وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ. Now, Allah tells us more about Maryam. He says what? يَا مَرْيَمُ اقْنُتِي لِرَبِّكِ وَاسْجُدِي وَارْكَعِي مَعَ الرَّاكِعِينَ. Who's talking to her? No? Jibreel. يا مريم اقنتي يا مريم اقنتي لربك واسجدي Okay, so Allah then says, He says, Ya Maryam. What's Ya Maryam again mean? Oh, Maryam. Talking through Jibreel. Jibreel is the one that's talking to her. Ya Maryam uqnuti. Uqnuti. What does uqnuti mean? Does anybody know this word? Qunut. MashaAllah. Who said it? You? MashaAllah. Be obedient. Constantly obedient. Where do you know this word from? وَحَافِظُوا عَلَى الصَّلَوَاتِ وَالصَّلَاةِ الْوُسْطَى وَقُومُوا لِلَّهِ qaniteen. And stand in prayer to Allah, qaniteen. Right? Devoutly in prayer. Constantly being obedient. And they say for Maryam, uqnuti means do different types of obedience to Allah. Also they say it means stand long in prayer to Allah. Stand in prayer for a long time. Ya Maryam uqnuti. Stand in prayer for a long time. Be patient upon obedience to Allah. Why? Obedience is something that is not always easy. It's not always easy to be obedient to Allah. So be patient upon that. Uqnuti, this is a reminder. Uqnuti, be patient upon obedience to Allah. They say that Maryam used to stand so long in salat that her feet would swell. That her feet will become like, fat from standing. Also, they said that she would stand so long that pus and blood would start coming out of her feet. That's how long she would stand in prayer to Allah. And they said she would stand in prayer so long that birds would come and sit on her head thinking that she was a statue. She's so focused on her salat. Focused, praying to Allah. Not thinking about anything else. That birds will come down. You know how still you have to be sitting for birds to come and sit on you? So, uqnuti li rabbik, to your Lord. Wasjudi, and make sujood. Waraka'i, right? And and warka'i, make ruku', right? Ma'raki'in, along with those who are doing it. And they say raki'in, this is something that's used to indicate apart from something that's intending the whole thing. When they say raki'in, they're not just talking about just go make ruku'. They're talking about the people who are praying. Some of the scholars, they say, Sheikh Muhammad Ameen al-Hararee, he mentions that this here is an indication to show that Maryam was commanded to go pray with the people who are praying. To go pray with the Muslims, or to pray with the people who are praying in jama'ah. And he says this is an indication that praying in jama'ah, even for the woman, is better if she could pray in a way where she's hidden. He said if she could pray where she's hidden from the men and she doesn't have to be seen, and she's hidden, that's better for her than to pray with the women. If she could pray in jama'ah along with the men in a way where she's not exposing herself to fitna or exposing herself, that's better for her than just praying with the women. Well, there's really no such thing as a Jew in reality. All of them were Muslims. Everyone was a Muslim. Right? The Jews are just the people who came after, the Yahud are the people who came after Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So technically, Isa and them came with the message of Musa. And refreshed the message of Musa. But they're Muslims. Every prophet was a Muslim. Every prophet is a Muslim. And we even see here that they had to pray. And even if they had legislated amongst them, shuri'a lahum yani salat fil jama'ah. So this is not a new thing. Salat isn't new. Salat and jama'ah is not new. Sujood and ruku' is not new. This is old. They used to do it too. They also used to fast. A lot of the things from our, it's the same. Right? They're Muslims.
Disbelief in one prophet is disbelief in all.
Disbelief in one prophet is disbelief in all of them. Exactly. Tayyib? So, pray with those who are praying. Are you asking if she's Muslim, like if this is the same rule for us? Is that what you're asking? Allah said in the Quran. The Quran was revealed for what? For all of us. So, what does that mean? When the Sheikh mentioned it, he left it open. He didn't say that was for her time. He said it shows that the women, this is what he says here. He said, if Ali al-Ruku was sujood, waqil innama qad. No, it's not. He said, فإن اقتداء النساء بالرجال حال اختفاء من الرجال أفضل من الاقتداء بالنساء وإنما قدم السجود على الركوع. That is better for her, more virtue for her to be led in salat by the men than it is for her to be led in salat by other women. Make sense? Are you? Can I take away this part? So it goes back to basically the woman has a choice. And not even goes to talking about today. Where you have some women, subhanAllah, you see some of these deviant people where they have some places where the woman is leading men in salat. Like how should it, that's it's just stupid. It's really retarded that, why would a woman even want to stand in front of men, a mixed gathering of men and women, and lead the salat? Like it just doesn't even make sense. Right what? The meanings? I thought, okay, all right. MashaAllah. Which part? Waraka'i means bow down, make ruku. Make ruku. What's judi means make sujood. Ma'a means with. Raki'in means those who make ruku. Those who make ruku, i.e., the praying people. The praying people. Pray with the people who are praying. Pray with the people who are praying. And that's not the first time that comes in the Quran. Does anybody know another time that comes in the Quran similar?
27 blessings.
Well, who knows another place that comes in the Quran? I'll give you a hint. You won't have to look past 5 pages in the Quran. Huh? Where do you see another ayat like this?
And Al-Fatiha.
No.
Guidance to the straight line.
Come on. You guys can do it. Kufan. What is it? وأقيموا الصلاة. واركع معه. MashaAllah. She didn't finish it. Gotta finish it. It's not about how you begin the race, it's how you end the race. Alright? Don't start the race and don't finish the race. طيب, we got this part?
So what was it now?
It's in Surah Al-Baqarah. I think it's the, I don't know the ayah number. وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة. طيب, can I erase this? Then Allah, He says, ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ نوحيه إليك وما كنت لديهم Somebody pass me a mushaf, please. Okay. So it says, ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ. ذَلِكَ, what's that ذَلِكَ talking about? That? What that though? What is that? The story of Maryam. The story of who else? Zachariah. The story of who else? The story of Hannah. MashaAllah. Who else? Sort of Imraan. Yeah, a little bit. So all of that information he just gave you, ذَلِكَ means that or this. ذَلِكَ إِشَارَةٌ لِلْبَعِيدِ. That, right? Or for ta'zim, this, for ta'zim. ذَلِكَ, that, min, what's min mean? That is from the amba. Amba means news or reports. News, reports. So he's saying that which we told you about Hannah, that which we told you about Zachariah and Yahya, that which we told you about Maryam, that is from the reports, the news of the ghaib, of the unseen. Ghaib, it means the unseen. Why is it ghaib? Is it jinni, Jannah stuff? No, but it's stuff that didn't happen during the time that the Prophet ﷺ could see it. And nobody from his people saw it. Nobody was there, so it's the ghaib. It's stuff from the unseen. Nobody saw it, and he didn't learn it from anyone. He didn't study with the Jewish and the Christian people to learn these different stories. ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ نُوحِيهِ إِلَيْكَ. That we, nuhihi means, and gave revelation. We revealed to you. That's better. We revealed. Ilayk, to you. That we, nuhihi ilayk. What does nuhihi mean?
We revealed.
We revealed it, ilayk. What is ilayk? to you, mashallah. So that is from the news and the reports of the unseen, nuhihi ilayk, that we revealed it to you. Meaning, revealed here is talking about through Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam. Through Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam. We revealed it to you through Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam. وَمَا كُنْتَ, what does the wow mean? And this ma here, ma kunta means and you were not. This ma is negation. So you were not. Ma kunta together, this thing means you and you were not. You were not. Ladayhim, you were not with them. Ladayhim means with them. Ladayhim means what?
With them.
Ladayhim means with them. You were not, ma kunta ladayhim. You were not with them. Id, when, what is id again? For the past, right? Id, yulquna aqlamahum. Yulquna means throw. When they threw or cast, you know, cast through is like this. This is what it means to throw or cast. Like that. Yulquna. They each had their pins, right? They each had their pins that they used to write the Torah with. They used to write the Torah with these pins, and they took these pins out of Tashrif. They used the pins out of, oh, I skipped the spot. Let me explain it first. You were not with them when they yulquna. They threw their aqlam. Aqlam is the plural of qalam. Their pins. They threw their pins. Why? Ayyuhum yakfulu Maryam. To see which of them, ayyuhum means which of them, will take guardianship. Yakfulu means take guardianship. Yakfulu means guardianship of Maryam. Here, join the class, Munira. It'd be easier for you instead of have to like. Ayyuhum means which of them? Maryam. وَمَا كُنْتَ, what's وَمَا كُنْتَ? What's وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ mean? Huh?
You are not.
So again, it's the same thing. وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ إِذْ يَخْتَصِمُونَ. When they disputed, when they argued. When they disputed or argued, right? Argued. You weren't with them. So let's go back through this. Let's go back to what they're talking about. ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ نُوحِيهِ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ إِذْ يُلْقُونَ أَقْلَامَهُم. You weren't with them when they cast their pins into the Jordan River, right? It said, the Jordan River, to see which of them would take guardianship of Maryam. So they said when Hanna, who's Hanna? Hanna who? MashaAllah, barakallahu feekum. You guys are like baby mufassirun. MashaAllah. Bin Faqud. Who else was Bin Faqud? Aisha. MashaAllah, barakallahu feekum. So, so when Hanna bint Faqud, Maryam, when she came, right? She came to the gates of Bayt al-Maqdis and she said, here, this is a muharrara. I'm making this girl a muharrara. Take her. So they disputed. Who's going to take her? For two reasons. One, she was the daughter of their imam. So they was like, yo, we gotta take this. Also, she's muharrara. So that's an honor to take the one that's muharrara, right? So they said, who's going to take her? And they argued about it. And then they said, okay, you know what? Let's cast lots. And this is something that people used to do when they didn't know who would be able to do something. They would cast the lots to see who will be the one. Whoever's thing came back, they would be the one who gets it, right? Let's say I said today, one of you are gonna get to play me one-on-one in basketball, right? That's an honor. Somebody would like that honor, right? To get to take that chance. So I said, okay, everyone can't do it on the same time, so cast lots for it now. Whoever's pin, you throw the pin or whatever we do, we put it in a box, whatever, and whoever's name comes up, they get to play. Yes. What does muharra mean? Muharra, what does it mean? What does it mean? وإذ قالت امرأة إمران ربي إني نذرت لك ما في بطني محضرا فتقبل مني إنك أنت السميع العليم. We went over it. I'm going to ask you again, what does it mean? وَإِذْ قَالَتِ امْرَأَةُ إِمْرَانَ رَبِّي إِنِّي نَذَرْتُ مَا فِي بَطْنِي مُحَرَّرًا. What does it mean? You got to look in your notes? MashaAllah, look in your notes. Check it out. What does it mean? Ask your compadres, what does muharrar mean? I just told you the ayah. وَإِذْ قَالَتِ امْرَأَةُ عِمْرَانَ رَبِّ إِنِّي نَذَرْتُ لَكَ مَا فِي بَطْنِي مُحَرَّرًا فَتَقَبَّلْ مِنِّي إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. They're talking, they're all trying to figure it out. Everyone's looking. What does it mean? Muharrara. Free from any type of dunya distractions. Free from anything besides the worship of Allah. Right? Free from any dunya work. That all she's going to be doing is to serve Allah and to serve the people of Allah. Muharrara. So she said, listen, this is my nadhira. I'm bringing my nadhira, my nadhr, right? And here she's going to be muharrara. What's muharrara mean? MashaAllah, may Allah bless you all. You got to review. Got to review, especially those words that you don't see often. Review them to make sure you know them. Right? So she's going to be muharrara. So she brought them there and they cast their pens that they used to use to write the Torah. And Zachariah, as we talked about it before, Zachariah's pen came back. Right? They said they went to the ocean, they cast it 3 times. Each time, Zachariah's pen came back. They cast it first and they said, no, do it again. We don't accept. They did it again. It came back Zachariah again. They said, we don't accept. And they said, do it again. It came back Zachariah again. They said, okay, Zachariah, you won. You won. What from the benefits of Zachariah getting her? Does anybody remember?
To be the guardian.
To be her guardian. But what is it? Why did he say that he should have been her guardian anyway?
Because
He's her uncle through marriage. He was her uncle. His wife was her aunt. Right? طيب. So, ذلك من أنباء الغيب. Go tell us what's in the message to compare. ذلك من أنباء الغيب. What news is Allah referring to here? Not the unseen, but the news of what? Isa. The news of who else? Maryam, Hannah, Zachariah, Yahya. Not even Isa yet. But it gets to Isa. He's not born. So this is about Maryam, Hannah, Zachariah, Yahya. Right? ذلك من أنباء الغيب. نوحي. What does نوحيه mean? We revealed it ilayk to you. وما كنت لديهم. What's ما كنت لديهم? So look, next time when somebody gets in trouble, they can say what? I say, who did it? You say, ما كنت لديهم. Right? I. Kunta means I. But kunta means you. See, you learn Arabic, right? So I say, who did it? من فعل ذلك. ما كنت لديهم عالم. I don't know. Huh? Maybe I might be surprised and let you go. I say, mashallah, go ahead. Right? But now you can say it. Well, ما كنت لديهم. I don't know nothing. Okay? Well, ما كنت لديهم إذ يلقون. When they cast their things in the ocean. أقلامهم, their pens. أيهم يكفل مريم. Who is going to be able to? يكفل مريم. وما كنت لديهم. And you were not with them in يختصمون. When they were arguing. That's a word you all should know well. يختصمون. Right? They were arguing. When they were disputing, arguing about who is going to get to do the guardianship of Maryam. They were arguing about doing something good and noble. Sometimes we argue about petty stuff. We argue about little things. One sheikh, he said, most people major in minor things. That's beautiful, like we're playing on words, right? Most people major in minor things. They give all their attention to stuff that doesn't even matter. Right? They're worried about, things that have no real importance. Most people major in minor things. They were arguing about something huge. Right? So, that's that part. Can we go to the next part? What's next? MashaAllah. Okay. So that was the next line. إِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةِ إذ قالت إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم إن الله is that right? يا مريم إن الله يبشرك بكلمة إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم إن الله يبشرك بكلمة منه اسمه المسيح عيسى بن مريم مسيح عيسى مريم عيسى بن مريم وجيها Hey, quiet so I can focus. وجيها في الدنيا والآخرة ومن المكرمين. Okay, hey, focus. One second. Okay, so where? وَمِنَ الْمُقَرَّبِينَ في الدنيا والآخرة. وَمِنَ الْمُقَرَّبِينَ. Thank you. في الدنيا والآخرة. Wait. في الدنيا والآخرة ومن المقربين. ومن المقربين. Thank you. إذ قالت, quiet, pay attention. إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم إن الله يبشرك بكلمة منه. Remember somebody asked him why they call him a kalima? Allah says it again, بكلمة منه. So, إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم. Who could translate to this part? Do I gotta translate this? We're past that, right? We're no longer in pre-K. We're getting up to like, first grade, kindergarten, right? So إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم. What's that mean? Know the whole line. What's mashallah, and mention Muhammad when the angel said oh Maryam, what angel? Why did it say angels?
Because it comes with
mashallah. Ya Maryam inna Allah.
Oh Maryam.
What's inna Allah? Indeed Allah yubashiruki. MashaAllah. Okay. Yubashiruki means gives you glad news. Gives you good news. Gives you good news. Now pay attention to this now. Maryam was muharrara. You know what muharrara means? What does it mean? Also the muharrara is someone who can never get married. Just like the muharrara amongst the men, if they became muharrara, they would never get married. That's why you see many Christian priests and stuff, they never get married. Zechariah's son was Hasura. It's a little different. He wasn't set for that, but like you see some priests, Zechariah's son is different than that too because he didn't even have the desire. He didn't even want that. Some of the people who are muharrara, they want him to be married. Zechariah's son didn't want it at all. I mean, Yahya didn't want that at all. But the muharrara is a person who can't get married. They decided to set themselves up that they could never get married. That they're giving themselves to serve God alone. And you see some priests and the nuns, they do like this, right? And from our Sharia, we say it is not permissible. Just so you know it. It is not permissible for a person to make it haram on themselves to get married. But it was muharram, yeah. That was vowed in their Sharia. That's one of the things that's specific to their Sharia. Our Sharia, it is not permissible to a person to say they will not get married. Do you understand that? I'm going to say it again. In case somebody might say it. I'm not going to get married. Oh. Okay, cool. If you don't ever get married, that's your decision. But you can't make it haram on yourself and say, I choose to never get married. Why? The Prophet ﷺ made it clear. When the people came, 3 men came to the Prophet ﷺ, and one of them said, I will never eat meat. One of them said, I will pray all night. And the other one said, I will never get married or touch a woman. And the Prophet ﷺ heard about this, and he got upset. And he said, what? What did he say? He said, I eat meat. He said, I pray at night and I sleep at night. And he said, I marry. And then he said, the Prophet ﷺ, he said after this, subhanAllah, this is famous hadith. What did he say? What? Yeah, he said, but what is the narration? I'm forgetting. Somebody remember it? Man raghiba an sunnati falaysa minni. That's what he said. He said, whoever has a dislike for my sunnah, falaysa minna. That he's not from amongst us. So if you feel like, yo, I don't want to get married, you're lying here because Allah didn't create you like that, number one. Sometimes, of course, there's a fear. You hear some of the ladies, they say, I don't want to get married. You hear some of the guys say, I don't want to get married. The guys say because they're afraid they can't pay for the wedding. The women say because they find that nobody can pay for them. So it's like it's a reason from both sides that doesn't make sense. Guys say, man, I don't want to have to be the one to take care of somebody all the time and pay all that money. I'm just going to stay at home and eat my mother's rice for the rest of my life. Right? I have sisters and I have my mom. I'm okay and I have my PlayStation. I don't need nothing else. Right? Am I allowed to lie? So some people, they say like this. Then the girl is saying, I want a wedding that's $1 million and he has to have a Porsche car and a mansion, and everybody's sitting there looking at her like, yeah. And what else did you say? We're writing this all down for you. And throw the paper away somewhere. Right? Who's paying attention to that craziness? Right? But that's what happened. So they say, I don't want to ever get married. No, it's not from our sunnah. The Prophet said, Ya ma'ashara al-shabab, man istata'a minkum al-ba'a falyatazawwaj. Right? The Prophet said, whoever, he said, oh group of young people. The Prophet used to talk to the young people like you young people, right? He said, Ya ma'ashara al-shabab, oh group of young people. Whoever is able to from amongst you to afford the basic necessities of marriage. Al-ba'a, the basic necessities of marriage. A house, some food. And it doesn't mean you have to have steak every night. You just need to have some rice and some bread. Right? Well, some other stuff is okay. But we're talking about the necessities. Doesn't mean you have to have a car. Doesn't mean that. But you have to have the basic necessities. فَلْيَتَزَوَّجْ, then they should marry. فَإِنُّهَا غَضَّ لِلْبَصَرِ وَأَحْسَنَ لِلْفَرْجِ. Right? Why? Let's be realistic. It's easier. It makes it better for a person to lower their gaze and to protect their private parts. We all know the reality of human beings. You're looking at that girl. You're looking at that boy. You better try to get married. It's reality. Stop playing with you. Stop playing around. Say, I don't want to get married. But you're attracted. You're looking. You know all that crazy stuff. Right? Get married. Stop playing around. That's Islam. Islam is realistic. Boy likes girl. Girl likes boy. That's natural. Allah created it that way. Get married. Stop playing games. Go get you a job if you're a boy. Start working, trying to figure out how to work. If you're a girl, start preparing for being married. If you don't know how to cook, learn how to cook. Nobody wants a wife who can't cook. Right? The boy just came from his mother's house, and she's been cooking good food for him since he was a baby, and he comes to your house and you make him noodles. No, he's going to be like that. Have children. The Prophet said he wants to boast on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Listen, he wants to boast on Yawm al-Qiyamah about how many followers he has. We want to increase the number of Muslims on the earth. That's why the Prophet said, Tazawwaju al-walud al-wadud. Marry the woman who is loving and compassionate and can have a lot of children. That's the type of woman the Prophet encouraged the men to marry. So can the woman again say, yes, I want to marry. I love him so much. He's my knight in shining armor. And he comes to ask her father for her hand. And she says, but, you know, I have a condition. I don't want to have children. He's going to look at her like she's crazy. He says, Assalamu alaikum. Every man wants to continue his lineage. So if he marries the girl, she says, oh, I want to marry you. I can cook really good, though. But I don't want to have children. He's going to laugh at her. And if the woman marries a guy and he says, yeah, you know, lady, I want to marry you. but I don't want to have children. She's going to look at him like, yo, but it's a natural feeling in a woman to want to have children. You might say it now because you're younger, but when a woman has that natural feeling, they call it baby fever, right? Is what they call it? Is that what they call it, right? Baby fever? Baby fever, right? Yeah. So the woman, she starts, not fever like that, but it means that the woman wants to have a child. It's her, Allah created her with this desire. No matter how painful it is, every woman wants a baby. That's just the reality. Quiet. So, no, you can't marry and then say, I don't want to have children. Because that negates one of the purposes of marriage in Islam. Now, if a woman can't have children, like we see the prophets have wives sometimes that couldn't have children. It's no problem. That's what Allah decreed. That's what, the prophets had wives that couldn't have children.
Abraham.
Pay attention. How many prophets did we just mention from Bani Israel that had wives that were like 90 and stuff that didn't have children? Who? I don't know Musa to have children. I don't know. But pay attention to what we're saying. We just mentioned for sure the story of Imraan. His wife couldn't have children, she was old. The story of Zachariah, right? All of these different people. So sometimes Allah doesn't decree it like that. That's not the problem. But you can't go in and say, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to have no children. I'm not going to raise no children. Adopted children is not plausible in Islam in reality. It's not really plausible. It can happen but it's under very strict circumstances. Why? You adopt a child, he's not your blood. How are you going to raise him up when he turns 14, 15? How are you going to raise him around your daughters and your other children? He's not their really brother and sister. He's going to start looking at them. They're going to start looking at him. Oh, Abdurrahman. Like, they're not brother and sister in reality. It's going to have to be strong parameters in place to make sure that things don't happen that naturally happen around boys and girls. If you adopt all boys, then later on, what's going to happen when he starts looking at you? No, I'm serious. We're talking practically. You adopt a boy, right? Especially if you adopt a boy that's already close to being a teenager, right? You adopt him, and you're not that much, you're not that much older than him, 10, 15 years older than him, and what are you going to wear, hijab the whole time in your house, always? Never be alone with him? Right? Listen, get married and have children. Those adoption things are very technical, and I don't know it that well. So it's not something that we really, I don't know. So even still, that's the same thing. You adopt a child. What's the difference between adopting a child and having your own? What's the difference? All right, think about it. Islam is a practical religion. Islam is very practical. Should there be some type of thing in place for children that have no home, that you can take care of them? Yes. But it has to be done properly. And it's not just like, let's just do it. Everything in Islam has rules to it. Me, myself, I don't know the rules of it, contract. How that will work, if it can work, and what's the way around it. I never, I have my own children. I never really looked into it like that. So Allah knows best. But have your own children, inshallah. If you can have your own children, then do it like that. Bismillah. The point, again, goes back to number one, that it's not from our sharia, not from our law to not be married. That's not our law. Our law is to marry. Marry. Some of the ulama even recommend, they say marry as fast. When you're married, you should recommend this. Marry. Stop playing games. Anyway. Inna Allah yubashiruki. The point I mentioned this is what? Hey, pay attention to why I'm mentioning this though, right? Maryam never got married, and she was muharram, and she was known to be a muharram. Right? So now, imagine the thought process going through Maryam's head when they tell her that she's going to have a baby. She's never been touched before. And everyone and their mother knows that she's not married. So now look how scared she is. She's known to be righteous. She's terrified now to think that people are going to think that she had a baby from zina. Do you see that? This is a righteous girl, never been touched, is afraid to even think about that. And now they're coming to tell her, Maryam, you're going to have a baby boy. You're like, whoa. What are people going to think about me? How is this going to happen to me? What's going to happen? So after Allah, He tells her, you see from how Allah, He starts to tell her, then He starts to give her more glad news about what He's going to be. Not just a boyfriend over here. He's going to be something special. He's going to be Al-Masih. Right? So Allah says, Yubashiruki bi kalimatin minhu. that of a word from him. Why a word from him? Because Isa was created from the word kun. Everyone is created from the word kun. But Isa had nothing between him and the word kun except that creation. Everyone else has a father. Isa had no father, just a mother. So Allah created him with the word kun. And after that, Jibreel was sent with his soul and he breathed it into the sleeve of Maryam. Quiet. He breathed it into the sleeve of Maryam, that soul, and then the soul went down and through her normal area and then went to her stomach. And she became pregnant this way, without any man. He breathed the soul through her sleeve and it went through her garment to her private areas and went through her stomach and then went to her stomach like this. So, from a word, be, kun, Allah created that soul and went into Maryam like that. Kalimatum minhu, ismuhu. Kalima means a word. Kalima means a word. Minhu means from him, from Allah. This from minhu means from Allah. A word from Allah, Allah said kun, Allah said be. That was it. Nothing else had to happen for your kun. Then it was. Ismuhu, his name, ismuhu means his name. Was Al-Masih. Al-Masih. Now this word Al-Masih has so many different opinions about his meaning. Allah knows best. Some of them say that he was the one, who he was never touched with any type of harm. That he's the one that's going to be that travels through the earth. That he's going to be the one. And then in another narration they say it means the one, in their language it means the one who is blessed. Al-Mubarak in their language. Allah knows best. Al-Masih, he is Al-Masih. Right? He is Al-Masih, Isa ibn Maryam. So we learn here that if a person wants to know your name, right? How do you say your name if somebody asks you, what's your name? What's your name? Yes, you. See? What's your name? What? Now, that's how you introduce yourself in Islam. You introduce yourself by saying what you're famous by, right? Let's say you have a name that everyone knows you by, right? Let's say people would say, okay, if I introduce myself, I would say my name is Abu Mahmoud Khadar bin Muhammad. People know me as Abu Mahmoud. Then they know my first name is Khadar. Then I'm the son of Muhammad. Right? You say all of this. You represent. Right? When you name yourself, you do what? You represent. You make sure people know who you are. You be proud of who you are. And you always name your father. Always name your father when you tell people who you are. Right? So, Isa didn't have a father. So he names his mother Isa ibn Maryam. I'm Isa, the son of Maryam. That's who he is. He's Al-Masih. Isa, the son of Maryam. And Allah said he's going to be wajihan. Wajihan means noble and distinguished. Noble and distinguished. Wajihan, yes. Means someone like, wajh. Someone said that's his way. Like he's noble. He's facing you in a noble way. Wajihan. Noble, distinguished. Wajihan fi dunya. He's going to be noble. Why? He's going to be a prophet in the dunya. He was known to be a good person in the dunya. Right? He's wajihan fi dunya. In this life, wal akhirah. And in the hereafter, wa min al muqarrabin. In the hereafter, he will be from the people drawn close. Muqarrabin means the people drawn close. And they said this means that his level will be high and close to Allah. Muqarrabin, close. Let me put it here. Brought close. He's from those people who are brought close. Min al-Muqarrabin, brought high and close from Allah. As well, his shafa'ah, his intercession will be accepted from him for his followers. Right? So he's in Muqarrabin. As well, also, they said this is a notification that he was going to be raised up off the earth. He was going to get brought close to Allah. They said that Isa became a prophet at 40 years old, and he lived on the earth for 120 years before he was raised up. He lived on the earth for 120 years before he was raised up. Before he was raised up, he lived on the earth for 120 years. 120 years. Before يرفع Allah رفعه إلى السماء. Before he was raised up to the heavens. 120 years. We got this down? He was 40 when he became a prophet. 120 years he lived on the earth before he was raised up. Can we move forward?
Assalamualaikum, Sheikh. Wasn't he a child that was spoken from the?
We're gonna get there yet, but we're on our way. We're going in the order of the ayats.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry, that's the next ayat actually. Maybe they probably ate better. Eat well, live long, right? Eat well, live long. So, I don't know. If you feed your brothers and your husbands and stuff good, maybe they'll live long too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Can we move forward? What is that? Sounds like an animal. Hey, quiet down, quiet down. They sound like animals. وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَهْدِ وَكَهْلًا وَمِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. So then Allah says, hey, quiet. وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَهْدِ quiet. So Allah says, وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَهْدِ وَكَهْلًا وَمِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. So now all this is back. All this is the bushra that he's given to Maryam. All this is what the angels are telling Maryam to calm her, to give her glad tidings of this, and to make her feel comfortable what's happening. You're not just going to have a son when leaving you alone. No, you're going to have a son that's going to serve a purpose. What purpose did he say so far? He's going to be wajihan fi dunya wal akhirah wa min al-muqarrabin. He's going to be brought close to Allah. Also, Allah is telling him what else he's going to do. وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَهْدِ. He's going to talk. Isa, Allah is telling Maryam, he's going to talk in his mahd. It's the cradle, the thing that you lay a baby on, right? He's going to talk. Yukallim means what? He's going to talk to the people fil mahd. So when he was born, he said what? Inni abudullah wa atina kitab wa ja'alani nabiyya. Right? This is the words he said. Inni abudullah wa atani al-kitab wa ja'alani nabiyya. He didn't say nothing else. So it's not like he started talking to the baby and kept talking. He was just chilling as a baby. Ooga gaga gaga. Hey, what are y'all doing tomorrow? No. He said these words only to free his mother. Inni abudullah wa atani al-kitab wa ja'alani nabiyya. That's all he said. 3 things. I'm the servant of Allah. What does it say? Inni abdullah. I'm not no God or nothing like that. I'm a servant of Allah. Wa atani al-kitab. He gave me the book and he made me a prophet. Wa ja'alani nabiyya. That's what he said. After that, he was quiet. Until he started, to the normal time that children started to speak. Until the normal time that children start to speak. So he spoke at that time to free his mom. You know, free his mom because they were saying that she committed zina. They said, yeah, Maryam, what happened here? Maryam, you were righteous. You know how people go, they don't really, now it's like, you know, they're making fun of her a little bit. Maryam, what's up? Like, you supposed to be Maryam, the servant of Allah. You was doing all this talking, all this nice stuff. Where does baby come from? You know how people talk, right? They're not like, yo, Maryam, what are you doing? Huh? I don't remember. I don't know.
وأشارت إليه
وأشارت
إليه قالوا كيف نكلم من كان
Yeah,
في
it's a
المهد صبيا.
Huh? I don't know. I don't know if it was 9-month pregnancy or not. I don't. She went away far. I mean, that's why I said she went away far. She went away far to get away from people for a while. So she wasn't around people. And then she asked me, you know, I wish that I was dead. Why they said that she was dead? They said she wished she was dead because she didn't want to hear what people were going to say about her. She didn't want to hear what people was going to say about her when she brought that baby. How old was Maryam? I don't know. I don't know. That's the details you want to know? It's not in my tafseer here. I'm not gonna make up nothing, so don't ask me nothing I don't know. If I don't know it, guess what I'm gonna tell you? I don't know. Huh? I'll write it, inshallah. So when you don't know, you say, I don't know. You move forward. Plus, Allah that mentioned it is not details that you really need to know. Even the Sheikh, he mentioned this about some other details earlier in the book that I mentioned. He said the reality is we don't have anything clear about this. There's no hadith about this. And it's not going to help our deen to know it or not know it. Right? It's not going to help our deen. If we know it or we don't know it, how old was Maryam? You know, it doesn't. We don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone knows. I don't know. When you kalimun nas, and he talked to the people. He talked to the people.
There's a lot of people that wanted to see Esau too.
Actually, I think I do remember. Oh, wait a second. Hold on 1 second. I don't know. Wait, he talked to the people. Fil Mahdi, fi is in, and Mahdi is the cradle. You know the thing that you put the baby in, the cradle. The cradle. What kahlan? Kahlan means older age. Kahlan is between 30 and 50. Kahlan, kuhula, is between the age between 30 and 50. It's older age. Between 30 and 50. Kahula or kahla is between 30 and 50. Wamina salihin, and he was from the righteous. Salihin, from the righteous. He was from the righteous. Why? What doesn't make sense? He spoke to the people in the cradle, and he spoke to the people in older age. When he became older, he spoke also. But he, speak. But this time when he spoke as what? As a prophet. He spoke as a prophet. So that's why they highlighted this here. That he spoke in the cradle. These are the important things that he said. He spoke in the cradle, and he spoke in the older age as a prophet. Of course, he spoke between there, but between at 40, he spoke as a prophet. وَمِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ, and he was from the righteous. Can we move forward? What time is it?
3:36.
We can stop here or keep going. It's up to you guys. Who said stop? How many said stop? Who said one more ayah? I'm looking at the story because it goes into the rest of the story.
There's 6 more items.
No, we'll stop there because the next ayat goes into the rest of the story. I'm trying to find a proper way to stop in between these ayats. Otherwise, we'll keep going. Now, review it. Tell me what does it say? وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَا مَرْيَمُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاكِ وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى النِّسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ. Somebody bring me benefits from that ayah. Let's go. It's fresh, right in your head.
Maryam was never touched by any man.
Wait, he's going. Go ahead.
Maryam was not touched by any man.
No, that's not what we said. Go back. Explain the ayah, brother.
But the whole ayah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Hamdi. Stafaki. What's the first istifaq? Or istifa from Allah. What is it? Chose her how? Give me some ways that he chose her. Huh? Okay, yeah, what else? Okay, next part. ذلك من أنباء الغيب. Oh, no. يا مريم اقنتي لربك واسجدي واركعي مع الراكعين. Somebody. Not like with the people. With the people who pray. ذلك من أنباء الغيب نوحيه إليك وما كنت لديهم إذ يلقون أقلامهم أيهم يكفل مريم وما كنت لديهم إذ يختصمون. One of you boys. What? You look like you were interested. Go ahead. What are you looking for help for?
I said, can you say it again?
Say it again. ذلك من أنباء الغيب نوحيه إليك وما كنت لديهم إذ يلقون أقلامهم أيهم يكفل مريم وما كنت لديهم إذ يختصمون. Go ahead, Ali. It's fresh. Let's go. Go ahead, Abdurrahman. Represent. Can't represent? No? SubhanAllah. Zubair, you said?
Okay, that is from the news of the unseen. We revealed to you, and you were not with them.
What was the news? What news we're talking about?
The news that like Hannah bin Faqud
Oh, mashallah.
got Maryam, and that she was gonna give it to Beit al-Maqdis.
Mashallah.
And you were not there when
Hey, quiet.
when they threw their pens to see who would take guardianship of her,
Uh-huh.
and you were not there when they disputed.
MashaAllah, may Allah bless you. Who else? Let's see the next ayat. إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم إن الله يبشرك بكلمة منه اسمه المسيح عيسى بن مريم وجيها في الدنيا والآخرة ومن المقربين. Go ahead, Abdul Nasir.
I remember mentioned when the angel came to Maryam and what's it called?
إن الله يبشرك. Allah gives you good news of what? Of a word from Him.
That you have Isa ibn Maryam.
His name is going to be Al-Masih, Isa, the son of Maryam.
And
Wajihan, what's Wajihan?
he's gonna be noble
في الدنيا.
in this dunya, and he'll be raised up in the akhirah.
He'll be from the close ones in the Akhirah. Okay. ويكلم الناس في المهد وكهلا ومن الصالحين. Go ahead. Noura. What does that mean? ويكلم الناس في المهد وكهلا. When? Huh? What did he say? I don't know, but what did he say when he was in the cradle? He said, "Hi, I'm hungry. يا أمي أنا جوعان. أين الطعام?" What did he say? Huh? إني عبد الله. He didn't say I'm the prophet. He said إني عبد الله وآتاني الكتاب وجعلني نبيا. Well, after that, what did he ask for after that? What else did he say after that? Nothing, mashallah, barakallahu feekum. And he also talked to the people in older age when he became a prophet. He talked that prophecy, right? وَمِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ, and he was from the righteous. Alhamdulillah. Go ahead. When Allah said what? Yes. Yes. This is talking to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This whole ayah, ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ نُوحِيهِ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ. You weren't with them when they did these things. And you weren't with them when they were arguing. Yes, it's talking to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Showing that this is a message that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam couldn't read. He didn't study with anyone. He learned this directly from Allah. Right? Any other questions? Hey, do not forget to bring my books tomorrow. Yes, we have school tomorrow. We have Duxie tomorrow. طيب اللهم اجعلني من الذين يستمعون اللهم اجعلنا من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون احسنه اللهم احفظنا واحفظ جميع المسلمين اللهم انا نسالك العفو والعافيه في الدنيا والاخره اللهم انا نسالك العفو والعافيه. Also, that's my book. You done with it?
Kevin, might not be no school tomorrow.
No, we're having Duxie tomorrow.
I know I'm talking about.
I know about the school stuff, but we're having Duxie tomorrow. Until the Quran is knocking at our door. If it's not at our door, we're not closing school because of the Wahab. That's Wahab. There's no close the Duxie until there's actual, a threat of it, actual, there's no reason for us to close down just because of them thinking. Sorry, you can stop.
Propaganda.